Welcome to Primary ypww Lesson 9. I do not own the rights to this music. Today's topic is Miracles, a shadow goes backward. Our lesson scripture is coming out of 2 Kings chapter 20, verses 1 through 11. The memory verse for today's lesson is 2 Kings chapter 20, verses 8 through 9. What shall be the sign that the Lord will heal me, and that I shall go up into the house of the Lord the third day? And Isaiah said, This sign shalt thou have of the Lord, that the Lord will do the thing that he hath spoken. Shall the shadow go forward 10 degrees or go back 10 degrees? Our target for today's lesson: the Lord wants his children to know that he can show proof to confirm his healing, even if it means providing the miracle of turning back time. God can do anything. All we need is faith to believe. However, sometimes our faith needs to be strengthened. We trust God. It is our situations that make us wonder about the impossible things. We do not question whether or not God can do it. We simply ask ourselves how God does it. One day there was a king. His name was Hezekiah. He was sick unto death. This means that he was so sick that he was going to die. He had boils on his body. Boils are painful sores that can poison the bloodstream. King Hezekiah's skin infection was so bad that he was dying. He needed a miracle. The prophet Isaiah came to King Hezekiah. He spoke a message from God. Get your house in order, for you shall die and not live. But the king turned his face to the wall. He prayed, Lord, I beg you to remember me and the good that I have done. I've walked in truth with a righteous heart. He cried and cried. Isaiah was leaving the palace. Standing in the middle of the courtyard, God told him to turn around. God said, Go back and tell him that I have heard his prayer. I have seen his tears. I will heal him, and on the third day after being healed, he must go into the house of the Lord, and I will let him live 15 more years. So Isaiah obeyed God. He went back and took a lump of figs and laid it on the boil, and the king recovered. Then Hezekiah told Isaiah that he needed a sign or proof that the Lord had healed him. This would be so that he would know when he go to the house of the Lord on the third day. When he goes to the house of the Lord on the third day, Isaiah gave the king a choice. As proof, the shadow on the sundial can move forward 10 degrees or back 10 degrees. Which do you prefer? It seemed impossible to go back. That is what the king chose. So God rolled the shadow back 10 degrees. The questions for today's lesson. Number 1, what did it mean that King Hezekiah was sick unto death? And what was his sickness? Number 2, when God said that he was going to die, what did the king do? And number 3, God gave the king 15 more years to live. What was the proof? The end. God bless you and thank you for joining me today.